Hi guys, it's time for February favorites, and this time we've got a few super interesting books. For some reason I read a lot of books in February because I always read books in the morning as soon as I get up, and then just before bed, and then sometimes in the afternoon a little bit. So I end up reading probably 3 or 4 books every single month. And I also have 3 beauty related items which are absolutely amazing, and also a YouTube channel and also a documentary. So let's jump right in. So I'm thinking what I should start from. I think I'm going to start from the books, just because it's what I value the most. So the first book I read and loved so much is Better Than Before by Gretchen Ruben. I hope that I'm pronouncing her surname right. And this book is about habits and routines and how people build habits, and it's seriously eye-opening because it makes you understand that people make habits and routines in completely different ways. Some people really rely on accountability partners, some people rely on knowing exactly why they need to do it, so researching a lot and knowing all the reasons why really helps. Other people are all about not letting themselves or other people down. They love following the rules, and then there are rebels. And it's just such a cool book, and it definitely helps a lot if you are managing a team of people, if you are a parent of children and you want to know how to deal with them better, or if you're married or living with a partner. That will also help you understand how your partner works. And it's also really helpful if you want to develop new habits or routines. For example, if you want to be more productive or wake up early in the morning, it's going to be a really great tool for you. So I definitely highly recommend that book. The next book I love so much is kind of similar, and it's The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And this book is amazing because basically it's about how we create this glass ceiling for ourselves in our life. When we're growing up, when we're children, we develop the understanding of how much happiness, health, abundance, love, or money we can support, like not support, but tolerate in our life. Like what's the top that we can comfortably tolerate, and if we go above that limit, then we subconsciously jeopardize ourselves to bring back the balance and feel comfortable again. So it's seriously such a groundbreaking book. I absolutely loved it. And the last book I loved so much in February is 13 Bread by Chad Robertson, that's his name, and it's one of the most famous books about making bread. And I decided to maybe branch out and try a few different ways to make bread, and so I decided to read a few more books, and this is the one that stood out for me the most. So I'm trying out his method right now, and all I can say is that it's even better than my previous bread. So that is it for the books. Now my favorite channel. I've been completely obsessed with a channel called Skyfly Girl, and it's basically a Russian girl whose name is Maria. She is a flight attendant or cabin crew for Emirates Airlines, and she travels around the world with her work, and she shares her everyday life, whether she's traveling somewhere with work or whether she's at home in Dubai just exploring the city and enjoying herself. My cat Jimmy is in the litter box and is going to make a complete mess in there. He's creating so much noise, so I really hope that you can't hear it, but if you do, I'm really sorry for that. I told him to stop, but he doesn't want to stop. Jimmy! Jimmy, how much do you dig? Okay, Jimmy just finished digging, so I can continue. So this girl is so amazing because she really enjoys her life, and she's so full of joy. And just watching her, you get so full of joy yourself. If you're in a bad mood, I promise you that it won't be in a bad mood when you finish watching one of her movies. She's just so inspirational, such a beautiful girl, and I really highly recommend that channel. And then the next thing I want to talk about is a documentary called I'm Not Your Guru. It's about Tony Robbins, who I'm sure you already know. He's a super famous motivational speaker and life guru. I absolutely love him. I've read most of his books, and I adore him so much. So when I found out about this documentary, it's not new, it's been out for quite a while, but I never really knew about it. When I watched it, I really fell in love with him even more. He's such an amazing man. And you can see how his training programs actually work, how he deals with people, how he gets all of the deepest problems out of them. It's just absolutely incredible. And at the same time, you understand that he's not a guru, he's just a man, a real person behind that, huge loud persona. So if you're a fan of Tony Robbins, or if you haven't been a fan of him in the past because of his swearing or anything else, definitely watch this movie because it might change your mind, or if you already love him, you'll just fall in love with him even more. So definitely a great documentary to watch. And then the last 3 items I want to talk about are beauty, skincare related items, and the first one is something that totally blew my mind when I got it, and it's the Isvara Organic Coffee Sugar Body Polish. I got it from iHerb, like most of my items for beauty, because the prices are just incredible, and I really didn't pay much. I think I definitely paid less than 10 euros. I think 8 or 9, something like that. Just smells so incredible. Just imagine coffee with vanilla. It's like the most divine smell in the world. And the nice thing is that there's not a lot of oil in it, so it's actually quite loose like that. And it does make a little bit of mess in the bathroom, but because it's not sticky, it's actually super easy to wash, but it leaves the skin incredibly smooth. I've tried a lot of different scrubs and scrubbing gloves and all kinds of things in my life, but nothing ever left my skin as smooth as this one. It's just incredible, like silk, like baby's butt. Amazing. I highly recommend this, and I'll definitely be purchasing it as long as I can. The next thing is the Badger Sea Buckthorn Face Oil. I mentioned this one in my How I Nourish My Dry Skin in the wintertime. And I bought it specifically for my trip to Lithuania because I knew it was going to be very cold and my skin was going to get really dry. So I got this one for that trip because it says it's for normal to dry skin, but it's actually perfect for hot weather as well because it's not heavy at all. It absorbs really, really well, and it keeps my skin just so happy. It smells beautiful as well. And sea buckthorn is so incredibly soothing and nourishing, and also it's great for scars and healing any kind of broken skin, even acne. And also if you have any kind of acne scars, this heals them in literally a day or two. I love this oil. I love it so much that in just a month, just over a month, I almost finished it. I think I have probably maybe 1/5 of it left, but I'll definitely be repurchasing because I think it's great. And it doesn't cost much, it's just around $13, which is really not bad. And the last thing that has been my best friend in February is this Neem Aura Naturals Neem Skin Salve. I mentioned this one in that video about nourishing dry skin as well. But it's something that I've really got into even more in the last few weeks. And basically what I use it for is my cuticles. So every morning and every evening before bed, I massage some of this into my cuticles. It's more like oil than butter once it melts on your fingers. And it just leaves my cuticles so incredibly healthy and happy. This is great. And also if I have any kind of dry skin patches or any kind of healing that needs to be done. For example, the other day I burned my arm really badly here. And I apply this thing every morning, every evening, and now there's hardly any mark left. The skin is brand new, so I'm super happy with it. It's extremely healing, and I also use this sometimes on my lips if they're dry, or any kind of dry patches on my face. This thing is really, really awesome, and even though it's with neem, it doesn't actually have the disgusting smell of neem, so it's great. So I think this is everything I wanted to show you in today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoy my monthly favorites videos in general, because I definitely do love filming them. So thanks so much for watching, and if you want to share any of your favorites of the month, then definitely leave them down in the comments and I'll check them out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.